Hey everybody, welcome to this week's edition of Hometown PTBO. This week we're lucky to be joined by former Pete Chris Pronger. Welcome back.
Thank you. Thanks for having me.
Yeah, I've heard you've had quite the busy day in town so far.
We do what we can.
Has it been a while since you've been in town?
It has been, probably 6 years.
6
been a while,
years? What brought you back last time?
I believe my jersey/retirement party. That's the last time. And then I think I was here for a couple of games scouting. But
Scouting, yeah. The new job? Still doing that?
No, yeah, well, the new job. Been working on the journey, so
Awesome.
Everybody's own unique journey.
Excellent. So let's take things back to how you got here originally. So I've heard some rumors that you may have informed some people that the OHL was not your original destination.
It was not my original destination. I was planning on going the NCAA route like my brother, who was at Bowling Green State University at the time. And I had already picked out my 5 locations I was going to visit. I was going to Michigan, Michigan State, Maine, North Dakota, and Denver. Having already been in Bowling Green, I didn't need to go there again. And I got that illustrious phone call from Dick that I was selected in the 6th round, and said, oh, great, thanks, click. And I think that knocked him off guard a little bit, and then he was persistent, called back again. We want to try to get you down just to see the city, see how we have everything set up, maybe meet a potential billet family and things of that nature, and I guess he won me over.
What was the final straw that got you to come?
You know what? I think it was a couple things. I think I liked the small town atmosphere. I felt like home. I liked the organization and everything that Dick had set up, and I liked Dick personally. He had just gone through a similar situation with Mike Ricci and kind of the draft and how he handled and managed him. And I think for me it was a matter of continuing to push myself and develop against tougher competition. And develop my game and develop as a person. And I felt like going back to Junior B, that wasn't going to happen. Once I got here and played against some alleged pros, and you just look at the setup and the atmosphere and who I was going to play against and kind of apply my trade underneath, it just felt like a great setup.
Yeah, and it seemed to be quite the good decision that you made to come here for a couple of years.
Yes, when you play the what-if game and you wonder, what if I would have, it's pretty hard to imagine how things would have played out the same.
That 93 team was pretty insane, weren't they?
Yeah.
You played with some good boys?
Yeah, it was unfortunate to lose that final game, but played with some great players here and great pros.
And I know that it's still talked about you and Brent on that blue line, the Twin Towers back in the day, right?
Yeah.
Cleaning up that blue line.
Yeah, when you play with players like that, it makes the game that much easier. And I think both of us coming up through the, under 17, under 18 together, and then playing here and going pro from here, it was great to be a part of.
So in my travels today, I had a couple of people bring some stuff up to me. There was apparently an incident one game here back in your day that might involve the puck going somewhere.
The puck incidents, they seem to follow me around a little bit, don't they? There was some verbal sparring back and forth with a potential coach of another team, and I may have taken a slap shot into their bench, maybe.
So it wasn't a myth then, eh?
No, that was not a myth. That actually happened, and funny enough, he was my coach. My second year in Hartford, he was assistant coach, so we had a little chuckle over it, and he asked me a few questions on the sly about the incident, but that's what happens when you're playing big boy sports.
That's right. Emotions get the best of you sometimes,
right.
Don't they?
That's right.
So when you were here, you billed with the White family. Do you still stay in touch with them to this day? Yeah?
I do, yeah. Great family, and they were one of the reasons why it was a success here.
Yeah, that's awesome. And we had a former fan favorite like you were in your day that happened to just get traded about a month ago at trade deadline. Happened to wear number 6 just like someone else. I know he had the pleasure of meeting you at a U17 tournament in Plymouth for the first time. That guy would be Connor Smith.
Yes.
So, he's grown up modeling his game after him. I was actually just talking with his dad this afternoon, and he was telling me a story about when Connor was drafted in the 9th round, showed up here determined to make the team, and talking about when him and Mike and his dad were sitting down when they signed, and they were talking about, the options of Connor signing and giving him the option of picking his number.
Yep.
And Connor had mentioned that he would be honored to be able to wear number 6 like Mr. Pronger. which happened to be available
yeah,
at the time.
Yeah.
And Connor was a fan favorite here in his time, big, tough-nosed blue liner that stood back to nobody, just like someone that might be standing beside right now.
No, so you see players like that come through the system, come through the same organization. I got a chance to talk to him after he got drafted to Anaheim, and he was excited. And it's great to see kids like that kind of fulfill their dream and live out. Wearing the number that you wore in the same organization, it's pretty cool.
Yeah, it's pretty cool seeing him going from here now, going to Anaheim just like you did with your career too. And I know he's pretty excited to hopefully make that next step and follow in the footsteps, right?
We hope, right? We hope.
Time will tell.
I'm too old to do it again. Somebody's got to do it.
And outside of Peterborough, you had a heck of a career through the NHL and your time with Team Canada, both at the World Junior level and Olympic gold twice, right?
Twice, yeah. 02 and 10.
Tell us a little bit what it was like to put on the country colors and go for gold.
Yeah, it was great. I've had a number of chances to represent our country, Canada, and anytime you put on the red and white, it's a tremendous honor, and to play with the great players that I was fortunate enough to play with, and as you said, win 2 Olympic gold medals, win a World Junior, win a World Championship. It's pretty special, and you always look back on those memories and talk about the players that you played with, the ones that made it, the ones that didn't.
Yep.
A lot of times the ones that didn't make it were the biggest part of those early teams, those younger teams, and it was just a lot of fond memories that you play the remember when game and you talk about different points in your career and time. So it was a lot of fun.
I'm sure those conversations are fun to look back now with those guys and reminisce about those days. Eh?
Yeah, oh yeah, absolutely.
Well, being in Peterborough today, one of the favorite spots is Mr. Sub. Did you happen to make an appearance there today?
I have not. That might be the spot after the game to pick a sub up for the ride back. But
what were some of your favorite spots in your day here in town?
Yeah, that was probably the main one. I'd hit that up on my way home from the games and try to salvage some weight from the 30 minutes I was playing every night. But that was fond memories of going into Mr. Sub. That was a staple in my food. Olive Garden. Olive Garden was another big one for lunch. Soup, salad, and breadsticks for $2.99, and obviously Mr. Sub. But when you think back on all the things that you're doing as a high school kid and as a junior player, it feels big in the moment. And then you think back and you're like, man, pretty small, but significant in your memories of living in a city.
100%. Now you're looking back. I know it was only 2 years that you spent here before going pro and getting selected second in the draft. So what would be your kind of fondest memory of Peterborough and the city here, the team?
I just think of kind of growing up here. Came as a young 16-year-old and left as a alleged worldly 18-year-old. As much as you can think. I just think the people, the relationships, and still talk to a number of people from my time here, and it was great.
Awesome. And I know life's taking some different paths now. You have a new venture. Tell us a little bit about JRNY and how things got started there and where that's going.
It's been a long time in the making, as my brother likes to say. We've done a lot of R&D over the 30-plus years of sampling whiskey, but I think for us, we'd been kicking tires and trying to do something together. And when this opportunity was presented to us 2.5 years ago, we kind of thought about it and kind of dug a little bit deeper into kind of what it would mean to kind of do something like this together. And it kind of fit, our personalities. It'd be fun to do. And as he knows, when I decide to do something, I'm all in and fully invested and start researching and detailing and kind of immersing myself in the business as it relates to this, and so it's been a lot of fun. Obviously, a huge learning curve.
I bet.
But it's been from the regulatory side to just how the business is run to obviously the product is built from soup to nuts. It's it's how we would want it to taste. All the years of us going, why didn't they do this and why didn't they do that? This was our chance to fix it, and we think we have.
Amazing.
Yeah.
Well, thank you very much for taking the time and joining us today. It was a pleasure, and enjoy your night here. I know everyone's excited to see you on the ice tonight, and it's a pleasure having you back in Peterborough.
Thank you. Thanks for having me.
Thank you for watching this edition of Hometown PTBO.
Thank you for watching Hometown PTBO, brought to you by the Pile Group, CIBC Wood Gundy.